This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Hezbollah has threatened Israel with a firm and strong response and said the Jewish state will pay the price after an Israeli airstrike reportedly killed 3 children in Lebanon. Ben Wolfgang reports Israeli officials said Sunday that their troops targeted a vehicle believed to be transporting terrorists in southern Lebanon, the home base of the militant group. Hezbollah said the Israeli operation killed an innocent woman and 3 children. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and other top Biden administration officials renewed their warnings to Hezbollah, its chief state sponsor Iran, and all other actors to stay out of the Israel-Hamas war. Former President Trump sparred with a New York judge early and often as he testified in a civil trial. Tom Howe reports he lashed out at New York Attorney General Letitia James from the witness stand, claimed his Mar-a-Lago club is worth more than $1 billion, and claimed his campaign fundraised off of it all. The scene exasperated Judge Arthur Engoron, who reminded the former president that the courtroom was not a political rally and told him to keep his answers concise. The Washington, D.C. Council is expected to approve Acting Chief Pamela Smith's nomination to the permanent job leading the Metropolitan Police Department. Matt Delaney reports Smith is the first Black woman to lead the department and is credited with putting more officers on the streets and in front of members of the community. However, homicides, robberies, carjackings, and sexual assaults have maintained year-over-year increases since Smith took over the post on July 17th. President Biden's re-election prospects are sending shockwaves through Democrats and sparking infighting over whether they should stick with him on the 2024 ticket. Seth MacLachlan reports Congressional Progressive Caucus Chair Pramila Jayapal told MSNBC that it's the first time she feels like the 2024 election is in great trouble for the president. And former Obama advisor David Axelrod suggested on social media that it could be time for Biden to rethink his bid. The Biden campaign is framing the 2024 race as a referendum on Trump and betting that his policies are too radioactive for a majority of voters. And finally, efforts to block Palestinians from reaching the U.S. as immigrants or refugees are intensifying on Capitol Hill. Stephen Dinan reports fears grew over the weekend after federal prosecutors announced the arrest of a Palestinian asylum seeker who they say was radicalized and undergoing weapons training. Republicans say the asylum process can't distinguish between dangerous refugees and those who aren't. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.